Welcome to X's and O's with LeRoy Butler. We're here after the Packers' convincing victory over the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
So,
I guess it surprised some people, but
not you?
no.
Why not?
Nah. Because the Carolina's defense is not what it was last year.
Yeah.
You know, but, I mean, Cincinnati put up 37 points on them, and Cincinnati got shut out by Indianapolis.
Right.
So I guess it's all relative. But I was excited, though, that they jumped out on them so fast. Because remember, earlier in the year, when we did the show, they started slow against Seattle. It was just a slow start, Detroit.
Yeah.
But when you get up on a team like that, it's awesome, especially at home.
Helps your defense a lot, too.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So that's a good lead-in, actually, about Carolina and their defense not being that good. So, you know, are the Packers that good offensively, or have they caught a break? You know, you could say Miami is a pretty good defense.
Yep.
You know, they went in and shut down the Bears.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
whether that's a feather in their cap, I don't know. But they're obviously a tough defense.
Yep.
Then they tore apart Carolina. Are they on a roll? Are they the offense moving towards that 2011 type offense?
Well, I'd say yes, and the reason why I'll say that, Tom, because if you look at Aaron Rodgers' numbers, I mean, they were very good. You know, high rating, 3 touchdowns, but he only threw for 255 yards.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have these gaudy numbers. So there's room for, you know, more there. And Eddie Lacy still hasn't had 20 carries yet.
Yeah.
So, and then you bring in Starks. So they got the two-headed monster going there. But again, you know, if you look at the way Starks and Eddie Lacy have been attacking these defenses on the perimeter, you see one guy real fast, and you see one guy that's a bruiser. You know, this offense, I don't think many defenses are going to be able to stop it, because not many guys want to tackle Eddie Lacy in the secondary.
Yeah.
But Aaron Rodgers is doing a fantastic job of getting his guys lined up. Oh, by the way, they got a rookie center, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't even know if people even care about that anymore.
Yeah.
And the
Not much of
offensive
an
line has
issue.
been hanging in there. They've been getting, I think they've been protecting. Rodgers hasn't been sacked, it seems like, in a while. So, like, when he does get sacked, you know, it's because of him holding on to the ball.
Yeah.
So, but if you think about the Miami game, that gave them some trouble. Cameron Wake gave them some trouble.
They had some rough spots in that game.
Seems like they fixed that.
Yeah, you know, you come out of that game and you say, well, you know, there's two ways to look at it. One was, you know, Cameron Wake won his share, and so did that Olivier Vernon.
That's right. That's true.
You know, and I thought they had an excellent scheme against the Packers.
Absolutely.
But they survived it and got through it and won. And there's something to be said for that, right? And,
Absolutely.
And so now, you know, you look at the offensive line. They play Carolina, formerly good team, and their pass protection was phenomenal. In that
It really was. Whenever you can go through your progression, you know, go from, you know, the primary, you know, back to your check down, back to your primary, you're doing something good.
Right.
I mean, and that says a lot about the first touchdown, and we're going to talk about that, the touchdown to Jordy Nelson. It has a lot to do with, okay, they're playing two high safeties, but I can still run my offense.
Yeah.
Don't panic like we did in the frustration of not going after Richard Sherman, you know, just one side of the field. They're not doing that anymore.
Right.
They're just going to run their offense, and we got the best quarterback in the league, arguably. So he has to put us in the right, you know, coverage and protection, and I think we can score on anybody.
Okay, now you have to explain this to me. Everybody knows Jordy Nelson's going to get the majority of balls. They're going to throw him in, you know, in the biggest situations yet. He continually gets open.
That's
Who's
why
got a credit to? Is it Rodgers? Is it Nelson? Is it McCarthy?
It could be a combination of both, but I'm going to give most of the credit to 87. Because when you look at Jordy Nelson, the way he fends off of Cobb and how he feeds off of Devontae Adams, this guy's a true leader. Look at him away from the ball, Tom. When he's not getting the ball, he's working hard because he knows a quarterback's progression is, okay, the play is called for Cobb, but I'm going to keep working because he may come to me. Cobb may be covered.
Right.
And if you look at Jordy Nelson's game against Carolina, he lights them up.
Yeah.
He really does.
He does have good success against Carolina.
He really does. If you think about even going into this week against the Saints, I mean, in that, you know, controlled environment, I think Jordy Nelson right now is arguably the best wide receiver in the league because, as you say, you know you're going to get it, but he continues to get open.
Right.
And that's a lot of hard work, and I think there's a lot of having a great quarterback. And they have a scheme, an offensive scheme that understands that getting him the ball opens it up for everybody.
Right. Before we get to New Orleans and how the Packers secondary is playing, tell me what you think Julius Peppers has added to the team.
You know what it made me think about, Tom? That's a good question. It made me look at when I saw Kaepernick go against Denver's defense. Okay, Denver's defense was missing something, getting blown out 43-8. So they got two rushers, you know. They have DeMarcus Ware to go along with the guy they already had there, who's very prolific and gets a lot of sacks.
Von Miller, yeah.
Von Miller. Now the Packers say, if I bring in Peppers with 52, now I got my bookends I need to keep quarterbacks who scramble in the pocket.
Right.
Because they've always had trouble with quarterbacks running in and out of pocket, running and riding the side in the pistol. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Julius Peppers brings something to this defense that was missing for a long time. The attitude to step your game up.
Yeah.
And not to mention, Tom, here's why it works. You got 53 and 96 sitting over there healthy, fresh legs.
Yeah.
Nick Perry and Mike Neal come in, they get sacks.
Right.
So it's all relative. Instead of those guys playing all the time, they can play, 20, 30, 40 plays a game. Julius Peppers brings a lot to that. I'm going to tell you something. It was one of the best signings that Ted has had. And you may not see a lot of the stat line, him 15 or 20 sacks at the end of the year, but he's been doing his due diligence, and I'm proud of the way he helps guys like Nick Perry step up. But all the negative stuff about Matthews, he played lights out.
Okay.
He commanded a lot of double teams. That other guys got one-on-ones. And you don't always have to get a sack to be noticed sometimes. I know you media guys like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, you know, that's our job. So going into the New Orleans game, we know they're a prolific offense. They're struggling. I mean, they can't win on the road. They're 0-4 on the road, 2-0 at home. We know they can score points. We also know the Packers have are number one in the league in opponent passer rating, 74.0.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, they face some pretty good quarterbacks. I mean, not great ones. They haven't faced Manning, Luck, guys like that, Phillip Rivers. But, Wilson's up there. Cutler's had his moments, Cam Newton. What breaks here? Is this the game where we go, okay, this was a mirage, the Packers.
Or it can prove that it's not.
Right, it can. Now, but this is
But, Tom, I've been saying the defense is going to ascend. They're going to keep rising. They're learning. They're understanding of what's going on. I think they understand that, okay, I get it. We're bad against the run. We get that. But no quarterback is going to be that patient to just run the ball and win games. They got to throw it. So we're going to stop that plane. And the train, we can manage it a little bit. But when you're playing Drew Brees, a guy that's feel like he throws a lot of interceptions. Now, so they're going to get opportunities. He's playing the secondary, as you indicated, number one in passer rating, but gets a lot of interceptions. They had 11 last year. I think they already have 10. So this is a good matchup for them. They got speed guys with Cooks, and a lot of other fast guys. I don't know if Jimmy Graham's going to play or not, but traditionally, tight ends give this defense a lot of problems.
Right.
So I expect them to step up to the challenge and continue this ascending thing.
If you just quickly, if you were a guessing man, a betting man, who do you think would cover Graham?
They don't have anybody in cover him. No. They really don't. I'm keeping it straight 100. They don't have anybody covering him.
Okay.
But if it was me in my system, it would be Clinton Diggs.
Yeah.
Bigger guy who's aggressive, or I put Devontae House on him. He's your guy. I'd put House on him, and I would start a three-corner, like a three-corner or a three-safety rotation, and I would put 31 or 21 on him. I would not put a linebacker on him.
Okay.
I just wouldn't, Tom.
Yeah.
If you put a linebacker on him, it's going to distort the defense, and none of those linebackers can keep up with a guy 6'6" that tall. I need a bigger guy, sort of like when I covered Ben Coates. He was bigger than me, but I tried to stay between him and the football, and I had success.
Yeah, except for that one touchdown.
Hey, don't be bringing that up. That don't mean you was friends. Come on, man.
I was at the game. You forget I was at the game.
Bill, edit that part out. But really, when you got tall guys like that, put your athletic bigger guy on him, and he should be fine.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for joining us. We have two good plays
I'm
for you to
calling
look
Janet,
at.
too. I'm calling everybody.
And we'll see you next week.